Now, after completing the major portion of the configuration, now we'll move on to the third guide, that is access and guarding. Now, the guide is being provided in your repository. You can access it, and this is very, very interesting and quite a critical functionality that we have here. So we have labeled it as the Indigo tab, which stores the credentials, one key credential injection, and a blockage of copy, cut, paste, and print. And once we configure this, you will be able to go ahead and test this on by yourself, that is saving the credentials into a login form, and also the copy and paste block functionality. And also, in addition, we have the individual username and password insertions. So depending on how your workflow is, depending on how the username and password fields are, so you can use them accordingly. When it comes to guarding, now we are so precise saying that we use Microsoft Credential Manager to store the passwords. It's not stored in any folder, in not any kind of local encoding. Okay, now CareBlocks as a tool has no outbound network calls at all. So this is in keeping in mind the HIPAA compliance. Okay, and it's a real technical safeguard, and this is not supposed to be understood as a certification. No, it is just a technical safeguard that we are giving. Now we can access this particular uh, tab from your configuration page. It is the second tab, access and guarding. So this is where we enter the credentials. Okay, you can enter the credentials. All right, and you update the credentials. Nowhere in the file system you will be able to find these credentials because it is centrally stored within your Windows. Now, when it comes to guarding, now this is very important. Right at the configuration, you should start looking into this. Okay, you can enable it or disable it. All right, moment you make a change, you will have a disclaimer here saying that the settings have been changed. Whatever changes you do takes immediate effect, right? So if I don't want copy to be blocked, I can totally turn it off. Or I want the copy to be blocked only on EMR. Yes, I can do the same thing over here. So we have given you the buttons over here to enable and disable. And once you enable, you have an option at what level you want to enable. And this is the quick insert that we're talking about. Only username and only password. If you don't feel there is any kind of a workflow where you'll be using it, you can completely turn it off. But we did mention about a single injection, right? So let me quickly jump on to the one of the reserved keys, that is F6. Okay, now F6 is where you will have the configuration page. Okay, and this configuration page is for your username and password. This is what it is, right? And when I have this particular hotkeys, right, in the drop down, now if you notice, we have as send credentials. This is a single injection credentials that we're talking about. That means it will send the username and the password in a single injection. Now, this is where you may want to have username and password to be sent as individual inserts. Yes, you can do that as individual inserts. And where do you configure them? You can configure it over here. See, individual inserts. That means F3 I want to change it to username, and F4 I will use it for password. Okay, so this is how you can tailor the access and guarding. Very helpful. Okay, and similarly all these buttons that we are showing you, okay, now abbreviations also can be totally switched off. Okay, this is also a part of access, so that's the reason I wanted to cover it under this particular topic. Okay, if you feel that a particular functionality like misspelled, I don't want to use it, you can completely turn it off. And abbreviations, I want it only on EMR, yes. And symbols, I want it on Windows, you can do it. Right, so this entirely depends on how you are going to configure it. But for the first time when you open it, okay, we have set everything to Windows. So as soon as this tool is installed, you will not be able to copy and paste anything. Right, copy, paste, and screen print, nothing would be possible. Okay, so the you will have to come to access and guarding, and over here you will have to change the setting to EMR, or you can totally turn off the access for copy paste. But only for a demonstration sake, you can turn it on, you can test it and see. At the end of the day, it all depends on what kind of functionality you want to adopt within your facility. Right. Now we are giving you this this configuration page. Now this is what the configuration page has got, everything documented. Okay. So now please go through these documents. Okay. And if you see there's anything that you need additional support or additional questions, reach out to us through the WhatsApp platform or through the feedback form, and we will be really happy to help you further. But there are certain takeaways that I want you to remember at the end of this video. That is, credentials are live only in Windows Manager, okay, which is a very safe place to have your credentials. Okay, guarding blocks, it doesn't just warn. Okay, it really takes care. If you have keen interest on HIPAA compliance efforts, yes, it really takes care. Okay, now at the end of the day, it's permutation and combination that depends entirely on your workflow. All right, I hope this is quite simple, and you have got a plan in place. Okay, so get started, and until then, thank you.